Thank you all for coming for the final original series movie. Hopefully, Jerry mentioned that we're going to start up next week with the next gen movies. And the Star Trek J.J. Abrams movie, too. But getting back to Star Trek 6, which we're about to see, this is the movie where you finally got to be captain. Now, as I understand it, that's something you've been pushing for since Star Trek II, 1982, so it took about 9 years. Can you tell us about that struggle of finally getting your own captain's chair?
Well, you know, I was really impressed when Gene Roddenberry first described the concept of the show to me when I was auditioning for the pilot film. And I was really enthralled by that image that he sketched out for me of Starship Enterprise as a metaphor for Starship Earth, and the strength of the starship being in its diversity coming together, and that each one of us were supposed to be the very best of Starfleet Academy. And once we got started doing the series, you know, we were getting all the accolades as being the best helmsman, best navigator, best engineer, and so forth. And if that were true, then and Starfleet was a meritocracy, then we should be getting appropriate recognition and promotion for our excellence. And so, even from the TV series, you know, I was chatting with not only Gene Roddenberry, but with the other writers, planting ideas of recognition of excellence there. But you know, when you're doing a TV series, you don't have much time to develop that aspect of it. So once we became a feature film, and at first, initially, it was supposed to be just one film, Star Trek: The Motion Picture. And they were putting all their focus on that. They didn't expect it to have a sequel. But when it exploded at the box office, they decided they're going to do a sequel. And I thought, aha, now here's an opportunity. There are going to be follow-up movies. And so I invited Harv Bennett, who was the new producer, and I thought I'd help educate our new producer. I invited him to lunch in Little Tokyo, and I chatted with him about the idea of Starfleet being a meritocracy and the excellence of the members of the team being recognized and getting appropriate promotions. And Harv thought it was an interesting idea, and then he said, well, I'll see if I can arrange a meeting with Nick Meyer, who's going to be directing it. And so about, once we got started on the production, or before on the pre-production, he called me and said he'd like to have me meet Nick Meyer. So I lobbied him there again. And so I was working on that, you know, from the very beginning, from the TV series days, but it never happened. And, you know, there were some tantalizingly close opportunities that never materialized. And I kept lobbying and lobbying. And by Star Trek V, I realized that it's not going to happen, and particularly with, you know, the powers that be with that one. So, what did you mean by that? I'm trying to be very diplomatic here. So I decided, okay, it's not going to happen. It's not in the cards. I'll just let it happen as it will. And they said they were going to do another sequel after that, Star Trek VI. And I thought, well, we'll see what's going to be in that script. The script arrived, I opened it up, and from the very first page, it says, you know, I mean, it described the new ship, the Excelsior, and then it said, Captain Sulu. is sitting in the captain's seat of the Excelsior. I was blown away. And that's what we're going to be seeing tonight.
I'm going to get undiplomatic. Speaking of that script that you saw, is it true that the first version of that script had a scene where Captain Sulu and his crew were the ones who figured out how to take down Chang at the end of the film, and that a certain other captain wanted to make sure he and his crew were the one who figured that out? Is that true?
In Star Trek 6?
Yes.
I didn't see that script. It must have been a subsequent script that they sent me. I think someone else got a hold of that script before I got to see the following script. No, I'm not aware of that. Tell me about it.
The story I heard was that, the scene where they figured out the tailpipe and everything, that apparently your crew was the one who figured out how to destroy the Klingon bird of prey because you were studying gaseous anomalies. And that Shatner said, no, we get to figure that out because I'm Captain Kirk, So, you don't remember that?
Not only do I not remember that, but I never got that. But now that I hear about it, it's all fitting the pattern.
I could be wrong. Maybe I just made that up.